Would you tell me, please, what the substance of these violations was? I heard his version. He says, one, he called, talked about his family. Two, he wanted to talk about a normal conversation. Three, he doesn't even remember if he left a message. Is that all true?
It is true.
Sir? And I want you to bring in that young lady that was here, Brianna Sanchez. Your appearance, your name,
Right neighbor Gillespie, sir.
counsel,
James Schloff, 30720.
what's he gonna do?
He's going to acknowledge that he's in violation.
Call in Jessica, if you would, John. If you plead guilty here, this is a non-technical violation, violating a no contact provision. So while you have no technicals, no prior technicals, if you plead guilty to violating the no contact provision, you could in fact receive the maximum in this case, which, because it was a plea to an attempt, appears to me to be 44 days or 42 days. I'm not sure which. Assume 44. Do you understand what I just said, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form on this?
Yes, Your
If
Honor.
you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Did you hear the judge's question?
Yeah, I was, is that what I'm doing, right?
He's acknowledging his violation.
Yes, I am acknowledging,
You understand if you plead guilty, we're not going to have a hearing, right?
yes.
To the charge of violating the no contact provision by having contact, direct or indirect, with Brianna Sanchez, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Did you have contact with Brianna Sanchez?
Called Brianna, we never actually talked, on the phone, but I did, violate and call her phone.
How many times?
Just a few times.
How
but
many is just a few?
Probably 3 times or so.
And what did you say on those phone calls?
The one I was asking about her family, because they were looking at social medias and driving by, if they could just stop. And then the last one I sent was if we could just have a normal conversation, no threatening, no swearing, just have a normal conversation.
And what about the third one?
I don't even recall if I left a voicemail that time.
Sanchez, your name?
Brianna Sanchez.
You violated the no contact provision. You acknowledge that, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your
I'm gonna
Honor.
accept your plea to violating the no contact provision. Ms. Sanchez and Ms. O'Donnell, your name. Would you tell me, please, what the substance of these violations was? I heard his version. He says, one, he called, talked about his family. Two, he wanted to talk about a normal conversation. Three, he doesn't even remember if he left a message. Is that all true?
It is true. The first message was on May 2nd. He was just begging me to have a conversation with him, pretty much. The second voicemail was on May 19th. That was the one that he was talking about my family viewing his social media. I don't have control over what my family does when I'm not around. We don't speak about him. So I did send him a text message after I got that voicemail. Basically just telling him that just what I just said and to leave me alone, or else I will be contacting his probation officer. The third voicemail was on June 11th. He just called and told me basically that he knew I was in a new relationship and he just hopes that I'm doing well and he's sorry for everything and blah blah blah. So
Why are you taking it upon yourself to violate the no contact provision?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Well, you better come up with a quick answer. Do you have any other information, Ms. O'Donnell?
No, this is exactly what Ms. Sanchez had sent to me, the three phone calls, and her dates are exactly correct as she provided for me. It's from the same phone number that Grant has provided me, so I know it is his number. He did leave her a voicemail every time on all 3 of these phone calls he made her.
Anything else anybody wants to say?
Just state to the court that I don't know the nature of how this case came about, but as violations go, it's unfortunate. I told him that It's still a court order, he must follow it, but there was no other crimes associated with it, no threats or anything like that. And I told him that, no matter what other people do, that's up to them. This court can't order them to do anything one way or the other. So I did try to educate him on this. He's a working man, Your Honor. He worked until 3 o'clock this morning, has to go back at 3 o'clock this afternoon. No criminal history besides this case that I'm aware of. And no new charges arose from this case, Your Honor. He does have one more class to take. Otherwise, I think he's in full compliance with this court's order.
You gotta move on, sir. Anything you'd like to say?
First of all, I'm gonna say sorry to Brianna. Sorry for causing any issues. Sorry to the court for not following your guys' orders. Because even though I might feel some way, I still have laws and rules that I have to abide by. So I would just like to apologize to all parties involved, and we can just. If there's anything I can do to improve that, I will do that, but I don't want any more issue.
Anything?
So he is compliant otherwise on his probation. He's completed his 2 days on the court work program. Fines and costs are paid in full. He does still have the impulse control class to complete. He still has time to do that. He does have a criminal history. In 2016, he did have a retail fraud that was dismissed under 771, but he does have a past criminal history. Again, granted, it hadn't caused me any problems until this recently. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know why we're reaching out to her. We know there's a no contact order. We're not together anymore. I don't understand why all of a sudden in May we're reaching out to her.
Anything else, Ms. Sanchez?
I think that above all else, I think he needs to focus on his mental health. I don't necessarily know that jail or, any kind of jail time would be necessarily helpful. I think it's really a mental health thing. And I think the impulse class is something he needs to do, like ASAP.
And he hasn't done it yet?
He has not completed.
Why not?
Honestly, I lost the phone number when I was gonna have my next meeting on the 28th of June. I was gonna have Jessica at a meeting for that phone number, but that is why I have not attended the class yet.
You better get on that. You're to complete the impulse control program. How long of a program is that again?
It's a 1-day class in 6 hours.
Can you sign up for that in the next week and get in the next month?
It depends on when their next schedule is. I don't know when their next class is offered. They usually offer one at least every 6 to 8 weeks, give or take.
I'm gonna say by September 1. I'll modify that if they're not gonna offer one before then. Serve 2 days court work and pay $70 for that. Additional cost is $75. Don't have any more contact with her, or I'm gonna have to send you to jail. You understand that?
That's your.
Do you have the 145 now, or do you need
I
time?
can text that here on the.
I wish you well. Good luck. Set them up on the court work program, will you please, Jessica? And you pay that 145 now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
People
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Good luck. Thank you.
In this courtroom, the judge carefully listened to every detail before reaching a decision. The court showed patience, fairness, and respect for both sides, while ensuring that accountability remained at the center of justice. The judge's words reflected the importance of responsibility, self-control, and respect for others. Rather than acting on emotion, the court relied on facts, evidence, and the rule of law. This case serves as a reminder that justice is not only about punishment, but also about protecting victims, encouraging accountability, and maintaining public trust. The courtroom once again demonstrated why fairness and law matter in society.
The courtroom fell silent as the judge delivered a powerful reality check to a struggling teenager. After hearing about poor attendance and academic problems, the judge refused to accept excuses. Instead, he pointed to a program that could completely change the young man's future. The judge explained that even earning a GED was better than giving up and doing nothing. He warned that opportunities disappear quickly for those who refuse to change. Then came the message that hit hardest. When you think you're bad at everything, proving yourself wrong can change your entire life. It was more than a ruling. It was a wake-up call.